And we're back to learning Photoshop in a year, day 54. Let's talk about the levels adjustment. And I think it's pretty easy to understand now that we know how to use the histogram. Let me keep that open here. And I go to adjustment layers down there, and there you will find the levels. If you left click on it, you can see the histogram yet again. So this is the RGB. And in the drop down you can switch the channels to red, green, blue. You can see it's the green one. Let's close the histogram, we don't need it. And then you have these sliders on left, right and center. And this now works the same way as in the histogram. So if you drag the left hand side to right, it gets darker. If you drag the right hand side to left, it gets lighter. If you, for example, wanted to improve the contrast, you could drag both of these values a little bit to the center. So we now move from 0 to 25 on the left, from 255 to 241 on the right. In the drop down, you can see we have the false for increasing in contrast, and this simply goes 10 steps inwards. So the increase in contrast 1 goes to 10 and 245, increase 2 to 20 and 235, the third one to 30 and 225. There are also other ones, lighten the shadows, which moves the midtones, which is the slider in center a little bit to the left. Lighter brings it to the left on the right hand side, darker moves it to the right. So once you've understood the histogram, this is fairly easy to get. And as always, we have an auto adjustment. In this case, the image certainly needs more contrast, or it would benefit from it. So drag these two sliders a little bit inwards as well. Same goes for the color channels, like we did in color balance. In this case, the auto doesn't do anything. But you can, for example, drag the green inwards, and you directly get this purple tone because of it. And what is new here are these 3 color picker symbols, and they can be used to sample a specific color in the image and then set the 3 sliders under the levels histogram to that specific value. Let's go over this. The first one is for the black point. The blackest spot is the one on the left hand side of the histogram, and if I activate this color picker, I go now to the darkest spot in the image, or at least the one where I think it's darkest, and if I left click, it now pulls the histogram to this point, you could say. So this is now defined as the new 0 point for black. Same goes for the third color picker here, which is for the white point, the right hand side. Maybe it's this one right here on the car. Let me left click, and now it drags the remaining information in the photo a little bit to the right. The one in center is for the gray points. So find something that's in between white and black. Maybe that's here on the house. In principle, all these adjustments do the same, so they make these points brighter or darker depending on what you adjust here, but it's simply a different way to do that. So try it out, try using the drop downs, so the presets and the auto function, try to use the sliders, and then also try to use the color pickers, and then over time you will find the method that you like best, and then you just use that to adjust your photos. I hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.